Now, before we continue, let's take a quick look at this unique prop firm. We all know that trading with minimal capital can be a pain, especially when you want to take advantage of commodities or indices with those massive movements. So that's why we've partnered with Forex Prop Firm. So they funded up to $2 million with a profit split of up to 90%. That really caught our attention. So all you need to do is complete a challenge and verification stage and get started. Now the beauty with these guys is the objectives are actually achievable. So with 4 different capital options to choose from, there is also room for growth. So get on board, check out their dashboard and trading tools offered, and quickly accelerate your trading career. Now, another thing that caught our eye is an instant funding model that is available. Good day, traders. Hoping that everybody's doing well. I'm not sure if there was sound on that, but yeah, let's hop on and take a look at what we've got on the markets today and hopefully get a couple of setups from there. You can also drop some of your pairs on the comment section over there, and I'll definitely take a look at them and we will take it from there. Okay, so moving forward, just going to do a bit of a recap of yesterday's live that was on Trading Nut. We have we did look at this CAD JPY setup, and if you were following the setup, you would have noticed how I kept emphasizing that you must always confirm your trades and don't use market execution or limit orders. That's how you simply get wicked out of setups, and this would have been typical wick out, and that's what we try to avoid. Okay, so let's see what we've got today and what we can take advantage of. And if you're not in the bootcamp, check it out. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to share the stream, and we'll definitely take a look at what we have in store. Okay. Now starting back again with the setup CAD JPY. We'll start at the top. We are in a bullish move. I did look at the zone earlier, and I kept emphasizing that also the other guys that we are in a longer term bullish momentum. We have we are close to hitting a 2015 zone sensitive area, and of course potentially target the top one as well. And this is a weekly zone, by the way. It's not even daily. And this just goes to show that we have a couple of targets to work with, a couple of zones to focus on, and alternatively price could hit this and of course tank from there, but we will be ready for that. We will be confirming our trades and ensuring that the moment we do get price getting into a level that we are not comfortable with, we step back a bit, watch what it does in that area before we jump on. I hope that makes sense. And then on the daily, the zone was hit sometime last week or the other, where we know that price will probably react as well in the zone. And because of our small time frame stop loss range, by the time it does hit the level, we should be out of the trade. We should have break even, or we should be staying out of it. I hope that makes sense. So overall, we are bullish. We know we are working in this area over here. This is where our zone that we are working in. We know that the price will react here. It will react there, to the downside or to the upside. That's what we don't know. And that's why we're trying to stack the odds in our favor and ensure that we are on the right track. Okay, and then just going deeper into the price again. I'll just get into it now quickly. Okay, going into price deeper now, looking at the 4-hour time frame, we know that we are working with, I'm just going to show you quickly. I'm just not going to give too many secrets from the bootcamp, of course. We are working with this area here, bullish wise. So we need to make sure that in this area over here, we can pick out at least 50 pips, giving us a 1 to 5. And to increase the odds, if we can get more than that, then we know that even if we have a range of roughly 50 to 100, and we've got a stop loss range of less than 10, we can take a bit of it, and it'll allow us to be profitable. And I keep telling guys that do not focus on being correct, focus on being profitable. So it doesn't really matter how many times you get a trade. It doesn't matter how many losses you get. The bottom line is, what's the end result? What's the profit that you're running on your account? And that's what matters to us. Okay. So on the 4 hour, we are looking at the zone bullish, which agrees with the bigger time frame structure. We are looking at these lows over here. So we are expecting them to keep holding. We're expecting them to keep holding. And based on what's happening over here, we are expecting this zone over here to be broken. And this is all looking at overall bigger time frame structure, by the way. And even if you do look at this smaller time frame here in this zone here, we could find some good momentum to trade from, and that could give us something decent to work with. And from that, we did see this level over here being hit. Just focusing on this area here, focusing on this one over here. And then once that BOS was, this is a 4 hour break of structure, by the way. Once it was hit, we can focus on this specific candle here, and of course refine it further to get an unmitigated OB that we can work with, which would definitely give you this one over here. And you do check your stop loss range and see if it makes sense. 4.9, pretty good. This one has been mitigated. And I think if you do hop onto the bootcamp, you'll see how we picked up these 2 points here and why we picked those ones. But for now, we'll just stick to this one focus one for this free channel and stick to that alone. So this is on the 4 hour, by the way. And we'll be targeting this zone. And if it does break it, we are looking at this daily zone at the top here, which is this massive high. Based off these bigger time frame structure. So we are looking at something along these lanes. And remember guys, always confirm your trades. Do not use market execution. So you'd rather miss your trade than go market execution. So once price gets into the zone, if it does do that within the zoom, then it'll be beautiful. Within this live, I mean, it'll be beautiful. Then we can just show you how we actually attack it. And then if not, we will be sharing on the signals channel of how to manage it and how to approach it and how to have proper execution on it. So these are the zones that we're working with. And I'm going to repeat. Do not naked trade. It will be too risky, because if you're allowed to do that and then you trigger your buy limit, which we don't use, and then it basically tanks and you get wicked out and comes back again, then you'll be such a bummer. So you want price to get in here, probably retrace a bit and then watch what it does inside here. And then until we start seeing some good bullish momentum, that's roughly the only time we can consider getting in on this trade from this zone over here on roughly the 5 or the 1 minute. Okay, and that's the first free signal that we're sharing today. And I will post it on our channel, on the Telegram channel. Do check it out and keep an eye on it. Okay, and then moving on, if you guys do have a specific pay that you want me to look at, just drop it on the comments there, and I'll definitely look at it. Don't forget to like the stream. Okay. On the 1 hour, we did see this massive imbalances happening over here. It's aggressive push to the top side, and we're actually not comfortable trading that, and we'll just skip it from there. Moving on, I'm going to look at your most favorable pairs. So those that did watch the live yesterday, some did catch this move here, the trading, this move here from the trading and mat live stream. Then you could have gotten a decent R on it. I think it hit 3R if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so from today, I am going to erase. We didn't catch this, so I can't really mark it as a green, as a tick or not. So to us, yeah, we didn't catch that, which is a bit of a bummer, but it happens. Okay, so from today on gold, good morning, Joe. Just drop your questions on the side there. We'll attend to them and hopefully get some good moves from gold today. Okay. Now with gold on the weekly, let's see what we have. Okay, did hit that zone over there at the top and retrace from there, hitting the 2020 highs over there. And we saw it aggressively push to the top side, giving us new zones to the upside, breaking structure over here, pushing all the way up. I doubt it will come back to pick up orders here. But what we can do is actually zoom into price over here and see if we can get some good setups in there. And then hopping down further into the daily, probably see the same thing. And then looking at the 4 hour. So now that's where we will be looking to find some decent entries in. We are still caught in this range over here. We still do have some liquidity being formed over here. I want to be here when this is taken. I need to be watching it when it's taken, so just keep an eye on it. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Keep liking it. Okay, so based off this 4 hour, we do see that price is on the lower end, closer to structure at the bottom. We saw it forming these, if you look at this level over there, and then this one over here failing to hit that zone. So we could potentially start seeing another zone being formed, which fails to hit this, which fails to break this high, which means it allows us now to start focusing on a sell, not at the zone here, but at the high here, come to the downside to collect these orders that are just laying here at the bottom. Okay, let me just go down deeper into price so I can see which zone we'll be working with. And we do see a number of imbalance left here, nothing on that end. On the 4 hour, we are caught in this range. I wouldn't advise buying from here because of what's laying below here. I'd rather advise selling from here, targeting these lows here. And of course, you need to confirm your trade. Don't just attack it from a point of view, from a blind point of view. So we will be looking at this candle here. And of course, I'll refine it further to get a decent SL range. And I don't think we'll have an unmitigated OB over here. It's a bit tricky, extremely tricky. But let's see. Let's go deeper into price again. Yeah, the only one we do see would be in this region here. I hope I'm making sense, guys. If you guys are following and you guys are finding this meaningful, just drop a like, drop a comment over there so we can get everybody profitable and see if we can all benefit from these streams. And would have something along these lanes. And of course, targeting these lows over here if this liquidity does get grabbed. So I think this will probably be one of those setups that I do wait for a while, because I know this will definitely be taken. And when, we don't know. How, we don't know. but based off what price is showing us, we should expect something happening in those regions. I hope this makes sense. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Of course, have your price points, and remember, wait for price to give you confirmations in this zone. So if we are not live at that moment, do not take it if you don't know how to confirm your trades. And if we are live and we do spot it, then we definitely share it on our Telegram channel and definitely take advantage of that. So this is how it looks. This is how gold looks. Do keep an eye. I will be sharing this one as well. And I see your queen wants us to look at Nzd Usd. I see you said you're long-term short on Nzd Usd. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to put an alert here. This just allows me to come back to the screens when price does get close to my entry, and I have to confirm my setup. Now Nzd USD. I know we had a pretty decent trade from it a couple of weeks ago. And you're seeing your long-term short. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, we were long-term buy. Let me just go back here again. Long-term being on the weekly, you could be correct. Okay, let me just raise a bit of the noise here. But now, if you do spot this, you could see a decent BOS going up here, meaning we could have a potential of this zone holding and a potential reversal to the upside. That's a potential idea that you can consider. And like I keep saying, always look at what higher time frame structure is telling you. And if we do have this zone holding, we should expect price on the weekly, by the way, to come into the zone, collect some of the orders, and tank, breaking the structure, confirming your short-term bias. And then again, if you start looking at this bullish move in the zone here, that's when now we start hopping into the lower time frames and focusing specifically on these zones here. We are extremely bullish. We do see price structure heading to the top side. We had a nice BOS over here, and it hit this high over here, which is why we got to the specific OB here. So this is based off the daily, by the way. So this is still an interesting point. I'm just going to move it a bit forward so you guys can also keep it with you and mark it and wait for it. And then the time it does trigger, you will have a setup to work with, but it will take a while. So that is a potential that we are looking at. And then going deeper again into price. And remember, the lower you go, the more price focused you are, the more you start ignoring the bigger time frame structure, which is why we always make sure that we know what's happening on the bigger time frame. We know what's happening there, which allows us to trade within the rules, within the principles of our price structure in that time frame. And it does still confirm that we are still bullish here. Take a look at that BOS over there. This is a 4-hour, by the way. And then price coming back down to collect the order. And the order would be in this unmitigated OB, which is still at the 50%. Sorry about that. Which is still below the 50% range, which is pretty good. Those are just principles that we do share on our bootcamp, which allows us to basically decide where we trade, which allows us to get a better R, which allows us to not win all the time. So we will be looking at this OB here and this one over here, and then going deeper into price. Okay, let me just move this. This was done. Shucks. Okay, I'll just find a way to do that. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now that is unmitigated, and then based off this candles here, we will probably look at this one over here, which has got mitigated here. So this one at the top I would probably ignore, leave it out, and only focus on this time frame here. And this says the 4-hour structure, by the way. We are bullish, and of course targeting these highs over there. And if you are using the Wushu toolbox, then it will do that for you. It will not kick you out of the trade. It will just make sure you maximize on every trade that you do get. And we do target a minimum of 5R, which allows us to still be profitable with the worst case scenario of roughly 30% win rate. So if our win rate does increase, then we are even more profitable. So that's where we are on Nzd USD. I hope this makes sense for you, your queen. And a long-term wise, if you're short, can you tell me where are you? Where did you get into your trade? And let's see if it does make sense. And let's see, or let's follow it and hopefully find a decent move from it. I'll also be posting this on the channel. There we go. Hopping back on. This is how I approach Nzd USD. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm just saying this is the bias I would use, and follow it from there. Whilst I wait for you guys to drop another pair, I will be doing the last one. Let's look at my nemesis, which is Euro USD. This is another of those pairs that really humble me most of the time, but because of the way we enter our setups, we are still good to go. I mean, we have 3 losses here, 3 wins here, 3 wins here, but it does happen. It does happen. It is the market. So overall, we are bearish on the weekly. Let me just erase this one here. I see A24 is looking for shorts on US oil on the 1-hour structure. Okay, we'll take a look at that as well. And I see your queen, you're saying you can just drop me a telegram. We can just check it out. We can follow it. Drop me a telegram. Let's see what happens there. Okay, overall long-term bearish on Euro USD, targeting these points over here, and of course this one over here at the bottom. Looking at these points here. We saw price trying to retrace back to the top, giving us some nice beautiful structure, but then basically mitigating and then dropping to the bottom side. I think for now I am going to wait for price to basically break this zone, and once it does, I'll wait for a sell from this level over here and take it from there. Awesome. I see your queen is asking for the Telegram link. Let me see if I can just drop it here, and we can definitely have a chat. There we go. So USD, like I just said, we're going to wait for price to basically break the zone before we consider getting in. And let me just move this a bit to the side. I think this is a setup we lost actually. I need to mark it. This just allows me to follow as I keep trading. It allows me to have an overview of how good a pair is good to me, or if I should start avoiding a specific pair when I just start seeing too many crosses. And until that happens, we'll continue trading. Okay, so we did lose this one. We saw this push to the upside coming down, and we thought we will have a continuation. Price did come, it turned too soon, and went back, came back up again, turned too soon, went back, and the third time it came, it just broke it. It continued, it literally just destroyed our SL range, which is still fine. And now we're going to focus on this bearish momentum and hopefully try get a decent entry into it. On the 4 hour, we're not seeing any good pullbacks, and that's a bit concerning. We want to see some good pullbacks in order for us to get a good entry. But it goes back now to me saying I need to wait for this break over here to get a nice entry to the downside. Okay. For now, leave your USD, avoid it. And let me just take a look at what you guys have on the chat over there. See if we can analyze and break down some of the setups. Okay, let's see. So we've got US oil for 824. I know I looked at US oil yesterday. I don't know what happened to it. You are short on the 1 hour. Oh yeah, that's what happened to it. We were short. The bias was short, but price never really got into our stop loss range. And I think the person that asked for this on yesterday's Trading Nut Live, I'm not sure how it went. So hopefully they'll respond and let us know how it went, or if they did get in. But on the daily, we are bearish, looking at this one over here, looking at that structure. But remember now, based on this longer bullish structure, we need to be wary of what happens here. If it does get broken, then we are going to be looking at the bigger time frame structure, which would allow us to work with this zone going bearish on the daily. And until price does return, until this zone here is broken, we can't look at the zone over here. So what we do have now is to literally just work on this covered zone over there, and of course go down to the lower time frames and just see what AA24 is looking at on the hourly. So on the 4 hour, we are still bearish. On the 4 hour, I think that's the one we used yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to the hourly. I'm just gonna make this a bit cleaner. There we go. So on the hourly, you'd probably be focusing on this area here. And let's see how that works. Okay, so we could look at this area here. We could focus on this area being holding. And of course, if it doesn't, we do have some liquidity at the top, which could probably be coming to be taken out. So meaning the most probable, sorry about that. The most probable zone to work from would be that one over there. And let's see how it works. I don't see any other zone to work with. And then looking at the range, literally that's it. So if you do look at that, and of course you want a nice stop loss range, you probably have something like that. I don't know if this is similar to what you have. If it is, just keep watching it, targeting these lows. And if you are looking at this for the first time, guys, remember that you do not use limit orders. You do not use market execution. You want to see what price does in the zone. And once it does give you nice bearish momentum, then you can start refining your stop loss range and finding a specific point to trade from, and of course taking it in from that level. So we're just giving you guys a zone to work with. And what I do advise some to do is to wait for price to hit halfway of the stop loss range and then trigger sell stops, which means if price really does keep going up, then it's fine. But if it does tank to the bottom side, then you'll have that nice momentum kicking your trade in, and by the time price hits the zone over here, you're already at break even, which gives you room to breathe, and you can focus on other setups and focus on getting more from other pairs that you're analyzing. Remember to take advantage of that, guys. I see now you're saying that's exactly like your analysis. Yep, definitely. I'm pretty sure the bootcamp is working for you, and take advantage, man. You honestly don't have any reason to keep losing. You don't have any reason to panic trade. Use a process-driven approach, and once you use a process-driven approach, believe me, you will start looking at the market in a totally different manner. You'll start managing your losses in a totally different manner, because you need to understand that you will lose. You'll always lose when you trade. This is not an emotional journey. It's really a matter of probability. It's a matter of increasing the odds in your favor, and knowing very well that there's smarter people out there that want to take your money. There's smarter people out there that are working extremely hard. There's machines and AI and so forth that's really working hard to get all your money. So try to take advantage of that, increase your odds, and you'll be fine. Awesome, guys. I don't know if you guys have something else that you want me to add. Other than that, the stream will be ending soon, and that's it, guys. Don't forget to check out our bootcamp. Check out our site, check out our signals, check out our Wushu toolbox, and of course we'll catch you guys again in tomorrow's live stream, and also catch us again next week Tuesday on the Trading Nut live stream, and let's see what we can get from there. I hope this stream worked for you guys. I hope you guys have taken advantage, and that's it. Happy trading, guys.